This is an overview of the cycle, resources, and requirements related to the 2017-18 SPR&I Consolidated Plan. This overview is intended to support the purpose of district's consolidated plan efforts. That is, the district consolidated plan is a document in which districts record efforts to improve its special education system, focusing on performance and compliance in specified areas, specifically indicators, as part of continuous improvement and systemic change efforts. To that end, the objectives of this overview are intended to provide a roadmap to district consolidated plan teams that includes the following: the SPR&I Consolidated Plan Cycle, the SPR&I Dashboard and Indicator Access, and the Consolidated Plan, which consists of the Data Analysis and Action Plan components. This is the SPR&I Consolidated Plan Cycle we are looking to follow annually. In October, the District Consolidated Plan Review and Development process begins with the rollout of the following compliance and performance indicators over the months of November through May. This is followed by a mid-cycle check-in with your county contact, intended to support districts' development and submission of their consolidated plans by or in June. Upon receipt of those consolidated plans, county contacts will begin their review, followed by an update of the district status via the SPR&I dashboard. If, per initial review, revisions to the district consolidated plan are identified, the district's revised consolidated plans are due by or in September. Once the district's consolidated plan is approved, the implementation cycle of their plan begins. Because we are resuming the SPR&I Consolidated Plan in mid-cycle, this slide delineates the remaining schedule of due dates for 2017-18. Specifically, this includes the rollout of the remaining SPR&I indicators February 22nd to May 1st, 2018. This will be followed up by a check-in with your county contacts between February 20th and March 30th, with districts' completed consolidated plans due by June 15th. The remaining schedule remains the same as outlined in the previous slide. The next component of our SPR&I Consolidated Plan overview has to do with accessing the SPR&I dashboard. The SPR&I dashboard is located in the SPR&I application with access provided by a district security administrator, or DSA. To identify a DSA, click on the Find Security Administrator in the right-hand column of the District Secure website. Once the DSA has issued a username and password, access the SPR&I application on the ODE's District Secure website at the following link provided here. See further, though, the next two slides. They serve to illustrate the information in this slide. So to identify a district's DSA, click on Find Security Administrator in the right-hand column of the District Secure website. To access the district's SPR&I dashboard, click on the Special Ed Performance Review and Improvement SPR&I application link. Once in the district's SPR&I dashboard, and before a district team begins its data review or analysis as part of its consolidated plan development effort, please note to always check to make sure the district's consolidated plan team is working in the correct school year. And check the dashboard for any notices or updates. With the SPR&I Consolidated Plan Cycle and the SPR&I Dashboard Indicator Access in mind, we come to the final section of our overview devoted to the 2017-18 SPR&I Consolidated Plan itself. and specific considerations in developing a plan focused on promoting and supporting continuous improvement and systemic change of district special education programs. However, first a word about the basic structure of the SPR&I Consolidated Plan. The SPR&I Consolidated Plan consists of two core components: district analysis, the data analysis, which consists of 4 sections, each section consisting of 1 or more indicators, and 26 prompts total, and the action plan. It follows each of the 4 sections and consists of categories of action. With this structure in mind, the first consideration is the formation of a district consolidated plan team. Drawing conclusions from the indicator data requires careful consideration of a wide range of factors affecting the data, specifically changes in requirements, SAPE, new program additions at the local level, test scores, etc. As a result, ODE recommends districts convene a team representative of the programs to analyze data within and across indicators and develop a comprehensive, measurable, and sustainable action plan. Having formed a team, a next step is to review the resources developed to support its SPR&I Consolidated Plan analyses and development efforts. With this in mind, a new SPR&I Consolidated Plan webpage was created with the SPR&I Consolidated Plan resources located at the following link: the SPR&I Consolidated Plan template, the SPR&I Consolidated Plan user guide, and the SPR&I Consolidated Plan scoring rubric. Briefly, the Consolidated Plan template is a Word document we recommend district teams use to copy and paste prior year's Consolidated Plan, data analysis, and action plan, and to update these sections per their current 2017-18 review. The SPR&I Consolidated Plan user guide provides information presented in this webinar, along with appendices that include more detailed instructions and best practices information, as well as frequently asked questions. The SPR&I Consolidated Plan scoring rubric is the instrument ODE uses in reviewing districts' consolidated plans. More information about this review is provided in later slides. So having formed a team and reviewed the Consolidated Plan tools and resources, the next step is to turn the team's attention to the indicators located on the SPR&I dashboard. The indicator lights, there is red, which prompts the district team to review data and develop the action plan. The yellow for an indicator light indicates the district submitted a consolidated plan to ODE contact and is being reviewed by ODE. And the green light indicates the district met the requirement for that indicator, or the end size requirement was not met and was therefore not subject to formal review for this cycle. A review of the compliance and performance indicators and the flagging rules associated with each type follows. Here is a list of the compliance indicators. B13, secondary transition components. B4B, suspension and expulsion by race and ethnicity. B9, disproportionate representation in special education. B10, disproportionate representation by specific disability categories. And B11, child find, or the 60-day timeline. For compliance indicators, the flagging rules are as follows. Compliance equals no action required. Non-compliance indicates action is required. And specifically, an explanation of incidents of non-compliance, for instance, explain why the district missed the 60-day timeline for 3 students, and to provide an assurance that the district has policies, procedures, and practices that comply with federal requirements. Here is a list of the performance indicators. B14, post-school outcomes. B1, graduation rate. B2, dropout rate. B4A, rate of suspension and expulsion. B5, education environments or least restrictive environment, LRE. And B3, statewide assessment for participation and performance. For performance indicators, the flagging rules are as follows. Meets target, that is no action required. Meets target with slippage, no action is required. Did not meet the target, but making progress, no slippage, no action is required. Or did not meet target, but with slippage, action is required to address the slippage. To access more information regarding the flagging rules, please see the more detailed link under each of the performance indicators on the district's SPR&I dashboard. Having sufficiently analyzed the district data under each of its flagged indicators, including prior year's data and plans, the team is ready to review and revise the district's consolidated plan. For compliance indicators, as well as performance indicators, you'll consider progress on action items, so goals and/or policy revisions with activities, and update within the action plan section, or you'll identify goals and/or policy revisions with activities. And that is both for compliance as well as performance. Once the district's consolidated plans are complete, please submit to your county contact. In support of district's consolidated plan efforts, this slide identifies the timeline ODE county contacts will check in with district representatives to provide clarification, guidance, or support, and to get an update of the district's progress with the plan. Please note that if, per the initial review, a revised consolidated plan is needing to be submitted, that the due date is September 1st. The ODE review cycle includes a consideration of the tool, the scoring rubric used to review districts' 2017-18 consolidated plan submissions, as well as the timeline for this review, including, if applicable, a district's resubmission of its consolidated plan. As mentioned in the prior slide, the consolidated plan scoring rubric is used by ODE to review flagged sections of the consolidated plan and pinpoint areas of good practice, suggestions for improvement, as well as action planning. The scoring rubric consists of prompts, which are key areas for districts to respond to, qualifiers, criteria used by ODE to evaluate the plan, and evidence, examples of supporting evidence of district practice. The results of the ODE's review of a district's consolidated plan is delineated here, with each section being evaluated, specifically data analysis in the action plan, and a determination registered under the follow-up action section, approved or revision required. If a district's consolidated plan requires revision, as I mentioned earlier, they have until September 1, 2018 to do so and resubmit to their county contact. This concludes our 2017-18 SPR&I Consolidated Plan overview. For additional information and or guidance, please reach out to your county contact.